The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 19. The Invitation. The Genius Club. The moment he saw these 5 words, Alex felt as if he had been detached from the entire world. The noisy lobby disappeared, leaving only endless tinnitus. He couldn't breathe, like a dolphin tied with lead weights, sinking deeper and deeper in the cold seawater. Tap, tap, tap. What's wrong? Standing here in a daze. Suddenly, a familiar voice pulled Alex back to reality. He turned around and saw Emma standing behind him. She was wearing a black coat today, and the diamonds on her black earrings sparkled brightly. The Rhine cat? Is it already finished? When Emma saw the Rhine cat doll in Alex's hand, she took it directly, turning it over to examine it. It's great, even cuter than I imagined. The craftsmanship is also excellent. We can cooperate with this factory long term, she said, flipping to the back of the doll and flicking its small tail lightly. Noticing that Alex was still standing there motionless, Emma looked at his hand and pointed to the dark red card. Is this for me too? Yes, President Emma, the front desk lady replied when she saw Alex didn't respond. This invitation is for you too. Emma pinched the invitation from Alex's hand. She looked at the front, then flipped it to the back, before holding it together with the Rhine cat doll, and walking toward the elevator in her high heels, the sound of tap, 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 tap echoing as she went. President Emma is still so beautiful today. Yeah, and she never wears the same clothes. She's so fashionable. Sigh. President Emma's temperament is inherently bold and unrestrained. We can only envy her. Most importantly, she's capable and competent, simply perfect. Simply perfect. After Emma got on the elevator, the front desk girls chatted away, their admiration and worship for her evident in every word. Alex stared at his empty hands. He could still feel the texture of the dark red card, as if it were still in his grasp. What if that's not an invitation? Alex tried to convince himself. I have to find a way to confirm it. After arriving at his office, Alex picked up the latest design drafts, ready to go to Emma's office to report on his work. 22nd floor. He waited for a moment in front of the heavy password door. Come in, a voice came from the video intercom, and the password door opened accordingly. Alex walked in. It was still that lifeless office. He even suspected that Emma had never sat on the sofa in the office. In the huge space, the only place showing signs of human activity was the desk piled high with documents. Okay, continue pushing this forward. Emma trusted Alex's work completely. After flipping through the materials quickly, she closed them and handed them back. By the way, just as Alex took the folder, Emma looked up at him. Have you inquired about Professor Ethan Hughes? I inquired a bit, Alex replied. On his way to work by subway that morning, he had called his former counselor to ask about Professor Ethan Hughes. I contacted my former counselor and some classmates who were in graduate school at the university. Alex took the folder and continued. I found out. The reason Professor Ethan Hughes is so obsessed with researching hibernation pods is because of his paralyzed daughter. Professor Ethan Hughes only has this one child. His wife died of amniotic fluid embolism during childbirth, and he raised his daughter alone without remarrying. But there was an accident when she was playing at an amusement park. She fell from a height and hit her head hard. Not only is she a high paraplegic, but she's also in a coma. In a vegetative state. His daughter has been lying in the affiliated hospital of EC University for almost 10 years now. It said, "There's no possibility of her waking up, both domestic and Alex swallowed hard and paused. Many people have advised Professor Ethan Hughes to give up on this child who has no chance of waking up and start his own life over. But as you've seen, he insists on researching hibernation pods on such a hopeless project. Professor Ethan Hughes' idea is that although current human technology and medicine can't cure vegetative patients, that doesn't mean the future can't. So, he hopes to use the hibernation pod to send his daughter to the future, where future medical technology can cure her." Emma frowned as she listened. After Alex finished speaking, she let out a long breath and tucked the stray hair behind her ears. "This reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read. Have you read The Three-Body Problem?" Alex nodded. The protagonist in The Three-Body Problem was also like this. He was infected with a virus that couldn't be cured, so he was put into a hibernation pod, waiting for future technological advancements to thaw and treat him, saving his life. Saving his life. Emma shook her head. "Misfortune always befalls the unfortunate, but science is a gradual process. How can a field with no theoretical basis or prior accumulation be successfully developed overnight? Sci-fi novels are ultimately people's fantasies. They can't be realized in reality. I suppose Professor Ethan is just desperate because he loves his daughter so much," she said, then leaned down to continue approving documents. "Alex, when you have time, buy some things and go to the hospital to visit Professor Ethan's daughter." "Okay, got it." Alex turned around, ready to leave. But this was not the purpose of his visit to report on work. The stack of design drafts was just a cover. His real goal was to find out what that card with "The Genius Club" written on it really was. An invitation? Or just a prank? "Oh right, President Emma, one more thing." Alex pretended to suddenly remember and turned around. "You left in a hurry this morning, and I forgot to tell you. What is it?" Emma stopped writing and looked up. "It's about that red invitation. Do you remember? The one you took from me along with the rhyme cat doll." Alex gestured its size with his hands. "I forgot to tell you who sent it. It wasn't delivered by courier. The front desk said a woman brought it in person." "Oh, that matter." Emma didn't take it seriously and bowed her head to continue approving documents. "Is it an invitation?" Alex asked tentatively. "It's an invitation," Emma said casually. She put down her pen and looked up at Alex. "Anything else?" "No, nothing else." Bang! The heavy password door closed again. Alex stood outside the door, frowning involuntarily. An invitation. It really was an invitation. He had only dreamed about it last night, and today it had appeared right in front of him. What on earth is going on?